Rakha Halayim Layahawa Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Alright. This is Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. It is abomination. Alright, let's get into these words. Because I was just going to my YouTube page and the brother from Peru, Llamas en Fuego in Peru, I think that's the name of his channel. He had a video that's a month old talking about France allows pedophiles. And just to show you how we do it in the truth, immediately I researched it. Because I'm not just gonna take anybody's word for it. Man, this is a responsibility. If you're a prophet, it's a heavy responsibility. You gotta get the truth, and you gotta understand it, you gotta grasp it. Whatever you're preaching and prophesying, you gotta understand that. So let's understand this. Take it through my process. So I heard that, right? And the first thing I did was this. And look how many things popped up. So we can go into any one of these three. And this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one to stomach, man. But this is one of those things that Esau does. That, you know, we have to lift up the skirt on. You know? So let's lift that skirt. First of all, it has a little brief explanation of what pedophilia is. It says a psychiatric disorder in which an adult is sexually attracted to prepubescent children. So right away, that's fucking gross. And in the book, The 13th Tribe, in one of the earlier chapters, it talks about how one of the chieftains of the Amalekites, they call themselves Jews, he made a comment saying something about that he likes to lay with unbearded youth. So let's get down with it. Man, let's get on with this shit making me sick. Which is the definition of abomination. Okay, let's get to the first one. Because I'm not making this up. So the first one, there it is. So the first one is, did France pass a law saying that children can consent to sex with adults? A disruptive website distorted and misled readers on the subject of a new French law on sexual violence. See, so right there they're telling you how they can get around it. That's called a loophole. And only Esau would do this. In August 2018, French politicians passed a law which stated that a child is capable of consenting to having sex with an adult. So, that's the claim, right? So it says here that it's mostly false. what is true, the French government introduced a law on sexual violence that did not introduce a minimum age of sexual consent. So it didn't say what the lowest age for consent is between a male and another human, regardless of age. Because we're trying to define pedophilia, right? That's for prepubescent. So they're going into saying what there is no minimum age of sexual consent, but only an adult can have sex because an adult is mentally capable of having sex. All right. What's false? The law did not say children can consent to sex with adults, but it didn't say it did not and did not repel an existing age of consent. The law actually strengthened penalties for sexual abuse against children in France. So now it's telling you where that story came from. So we know that the age limit is low. So that was a fact check right there. All right. Now we're gonna get to another one. This one. Let's try this one. So these are just this is the Free Thought Project, and the title is Government Now Condoning Pedophilia. A Man Acquitted of Rape as Court Rules 11-Year-Old Victim Consented. That's just disgusting. Come on, fuck out of here. Man, fuck that shit. It's messing me up. It says mostly false. So we're just gonna rack that up as they're allowing it to. And there's something called LGBTQTP. So that's pretty bad too. So now let's get into the word abomination. This is a secular, right? A thing that causes disgust or hatred. It causes more disgust in me than anything. This subject. So now let's get into some more scriptures. This is a NLT, the New Living Testament. And it says, Leviticus 18:22 says, "Do not practice homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman. It is a detestable sin." So that's the modern one, right? And this is a older English. It said, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with the womankind." So let's see, because it said, that's British cop, to lie down, to lie on, to lodge, because when you're with the woman, you're lodging it in there, right? Sexual relations, to lie down in death, to rest, relax, to be lain with sexually. So, alright, we get the drift. Alright, so let's go back to over here. And tell you there's some more, because there's 3 more scriptures. Leviticus 20:13, if a man practices homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman, both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of capital offense. So it tells you what's going to happen to them. And now there's one in 1 Corinthians, but I got to the word real quick. Let me go back one, maybe 2. Alright. And this is, I'm starting at the very top. Just work my way down. Alright, this is 1 Corinthians 6:1, because there could be people saying, well, you can't judge me. Or why are you judging other people? Well, okay, check this out. 1 Corinthians 6:1. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? So guess what? I'm a saint. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar, from my father's line, and no, I'm not black, and yes, I am an Israelite. And repeat that again. No, I'm not black. I am not black. Nobody's black. But yes, I am a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Issachar, which just means that I'm a saint. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world, and if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Yeah, so homosexuality is no small matter, but it is going to be judged, and I'm telling you, I'm not for it. I'm against it. And let me just tell you like this: at work, I work in an office setting, and it's a non-profit, so it's really civil rights oriented. And there's a couple of mo's in there, but guess what? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna condemn them in the office, man. Come on, man. There's a time and a place, and that place and time is Fridays after 5, and the place that's the time and the place is Harrison Ninth in Hanford on the street. And I do condemn Slovakia. I condemn homosexuality. I do not condone it. Knowing ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, neither idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Now let's get that word, abusers of themselves with mankind. Let's let the words do the talking. You can already know what it is. And you better rethink your life if you are a so-called homosexual in a Christian church, because you're not living it, alright? The word is arsenokoitas. Arsenokoitas. I'm not even saying it right. Abusers of oneself in the translation count total 2 times. Strong's G733. Abusers of oneself with mankind. Defile oneself with mankind. Outline of biblical usage. One who lies with a male as with a female. Sodomite. Homosexual. Okay? No. The rainbow is not representing homosexuality. Homosexuality is an abomination. Pedophilia is an abomination. You guys are going to get judged for that. Alright. This is 1 Timothy 1:8. But we know that the law is good. Alright, so the law is good, not the law of man. There's 2 laws. The law of man and the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is the law of Yahweh, and Yahushai came to the planet Earth to confess it. And then he raised up prophets through the Spirit, starting with forbidden all the way up to us right now in this current time, that all of us start doing it. For the law is good if a man use it lawfully. And I'm going to just skip down to the point. Alright, now I'm going to get one. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, for the sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and mothers, and murderers of mothers, and manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves to mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. according to the glorious gospel